Good afternoon to you, wherever you may be in this glorious county. Humboldt Crabs baseball is on the air. I'm Hoke Holcomb, coming to you from the Don Turbush announcer's booth high atop the Arcata ballpark, located just a block from the historic plaza in downtown Arcata, and we're expecting Benjamin Schaefer to join us soon for the third and final game of a three-game set between the Crabs and the visiting California Expos from the Central Valley, from the Fresno area. Crabs have won the first two tilts by scores of 6-1 and 10-3, but the scores don't really reflect the closeness of the contest, because going into the seventh inning of both ball games, it was really up for grabs. But the seventh inning has become the Crabs' best friend. They exploded for runs in the last two games, and went on to win those games rather handily, again by 5 runs and by 7. So, final chance for the Expos to pull one out of the out during this series. We've had we have a presentation on the field of a trained dog who works with, I guess, first responders. Today is the Public Safety and First Responders Appreciation Day, and that dog certainly works with them. And we had representatives from various services, first responders. We had a Coast Guard flyover. We had a wonderful rendition of Amazing Grace by the Highland Bagpipers. So folks who got here early today got a treat, a 20-minute show prior to the ball game this afternoon. Want to remind you that while we are off tomorrow, we'll have a regular Tuesday night game at 7 o'clock, but then on July 4th, we get together in the afternoon as part of the whole celebration of the 4th of July on the Arcata Plaza. There's always activities, things for the kids, all kinds of booths, food, drink, and merriment, to be sure. And then folks come over for Crabs baseball, which is a perfect end to a small town 4th of July celebration. And the weather promises to continue to be wonderful. It certainly is for this entire series, and today is no exception. Blue skies, sunshine, shirt-sleeved crowd, and we're looking forward to a good ball game. The umpires have just met with the managers of the two squads, so let me give you the starting lineups for the visiting Expos from the Central Valley, the California Expos. Leading off, their second baseman, Matt McGrady. Hitting second in center field will be Will Ruiz. Batting third in right field, Ricky Garcia. Batting cleanup, the designated hitter, Torrin Miller. Hitting fifth is shortstop Andrew Renteria. Batting sixth at first base, Trevor Quinn. Hitting seventh, the third baseman, Angel Flores. Batting eighth and doing the catching will be Blake Tassos. And hitting ninth in left field today after starting at second base in the first two games, Dalton Daly, who's been their best hitter in the series. Daly batting ninth and playing in left field. On the mound for the Expos today will be Jack Rietsma. Rietsma, a right-handed pitcher, 6'3", 185-pounder from Fresno City College. And for the Humboldt Crabs, leading off will be designated hitter Kellen Strom. Batting second in center field, Bronson Grubbs. Hitting third at second base, Coco Figueiredo. Batting cleanup in right field, Connor Blair. Hitting fifth and playing third base will be Chase Larson. Hitting sixth and doing the catching, Jackson O'Boy. Batting seventh at third base, Wesley Agon Gibson. Hitting eighth in left field, Otis Statham. And batting ninth, the shortstop, Shaggy Cantu. On the mound for the Crabs this afternoon, well, he's the cover boy on this year's 2018 official program. That good-looking young man on the cover is the good-looking man who will be on the mound today for the Crabs. That is Andrew Najib Brush in his second year with the Humboldt Crabs. So Andrew comes into today's ball game with a record of 2 wins and no defeats, an earned run average of 2.78, and in 22 2/3 innings of pitching, he has struck out 28 while walking 8. So about 3.5 to 1 strikeout to walk ratio, and more than a strikeout per inning. Needless to say, Najib Brush has been very effective, one of the key starters for the 2018 Crabs, and he was a key starter, to be frank, he was a key starter for the 2017 Crabs as well. The Crabs are being introduced to the fans in attendance this afternoon, and let us give you the umpires for today's game. Behind the plate, calling the balls and strikes, will be our friend Don Hofacker. We were graced with Don's presence during last night's ball game, and it's always good to get his take on things. You know, Don has been umpiring here at the ballpark. I think he was umpiring before the park was built, frankly. He's been around a long time, and he can only umpire now one day, and then he's got to take a day off because he's got some problems with his knees. So it's taken a little bit of a toll on his health, but he's out here. He loves the game of baseball, loves umpiring, and loves the kids. And welcome to the booth. Benjamin Schaefer has just walked in.
I can't believe they're... First of all... Sorry, now we're good.
Okay.
I can't believe they're starting the game without me.
They haven't started. They were waiting for you.
Oh, that's good.
Tim said we'll begin the afternoon's activities as soon as Benjamin Schaefer shows up.
Oh, good, yeah.
Yeah, so now that you're here, we can get going. You did miss a cool thing, though. They had a flyover.
I heard the flyover. I was on the plaza.
Yeah, that was very nice. What, Benjamin is showing something. All right.
Some drugs being left at my...
Oh, no.
my desk here. I don't know what's going on. How strange. But yes, I heard the flyover.
And we had...
And I heard Tim announcing the ball players, so I thought, I think there's probably a game on right now.
And we had the bagpipers here. Guess what they played?
No way, really?
Yeah, Amazing Grace.
Did they really?
Yeah, I don't make these things up. Benjamin was joking about that earlier when we had a group of bagpipers in playing something else, and Benjamin said, gee, we now know that they can play something other than Amazing Grace, but today, Amazing Grace. And a nice version, too, absolutely. As you can hear in the background, that's not the bagpipers, that's the world-famous Crabgrass Band.
Everybody loves the Crabgrass Band. Well, what a gorgeous day, huh?
Is this perfect?
Jeez. Beautiful day for baseball. And this is, I know it's your favorite way to watch baseball. Mine, too.
Daytime.
Day games.
Got a little bit of a breeze blowing. Again, it's, as Benjamin has noted, the flag over City Hall, which is down the right field line and maybe, 100 yards beyond that, and is much higher than the flag here at the ballpark. That flag is blowing rather briskly. Then we've got a bit of a breeze now here, too. So.
See, I think the flag in center field is partially blocked by City Hall because the breeze is coming in from the west.
That could be,
So
yeah.
the one on top of City Hall is a more accurate, really, indicator of the actual wind.
That's a good point. All right, we're ready to go. Andrew Najib Brush finished with his warm-up pitches. Matt McGrady steps in. Left-handed hitting second sacker is 2 for 6 on the series.
Had a hit in last night's game.
Najib Brush winds, and the first pitch is a fastball that rides high and away, 1-0. Jackson O'Boy in the crouch behind the plate. Chase Larson at first base, Coco Figueiredo at second, Shaggy Cantu at short, Wesley Gibson at third base. High bounder to the second baseman. His throw to first is just in time as he got the speedy McGrady by half a step. Good play by Figueiredo. There was nothing he could do. He had to wait for that ball to come down on the high hop. But once he got it, he shot it to first baseman Larson quickly, and they just nabbed McGrady. Boy, he can fly down the line. Here's Will Ruiz. Will looking for his first hit of the series, 0 for 6. Right-hander versus right-hander. The first pitch is called a strike by Don Hofacker. Najib Brush reads Jackson a boy and comes to the plate 0-1. Ooh, does that hit him? No, just bounces off the catcher's mitt after it was high and inside. Kind of thing they sometimes refer to as a brushback pitch. I don't think it was intentional. The count even at 1. The next offering, fastball taken for a strike 2. I believe the count's 1 and 2. The board shows 1 and 1, so let's see. The next offering, curveball taken for a called strike. It is strike 3.
Adios.
So Ruiz looks at a called third strike, a wicked curveball from Najib Brush. 2 up, 2 down for the Expos in the top of the first inning, and that'll bring up last night's starter. Today starting in right field, Ricky Garcia. He pitched pretty well. Took the loss.
Yeah, he actually pitched better than he deserved.
Yeah. Line drive into right field, and that's going to fall for a base hit. Just a little flare. A bit beyond Figueiredo and way too shallow for Blair to get to. So a 2-out single for Garcia. First hit of the ball game. And that'll bring up Torrin Miller.
Miller last night, 1 for 2. He was hit by a pitch and also walked.
Yeah, he's had a better on-base percentage up here than average. He's had 1 hit in 5 official trips, but he's walked. Hit by pitch, I think he's walked a couple of times. High bouncer, that's going to be a tough play. Shortstop's got it, the throw to first in time. Nice play by Cantu. Of course, Miller not the speediest of runner, and that certainly helped things. For the Expos in the top of the first, no runs, there was a hit. No errors, and 1 left. And at the end of half an inning, Expos nothing, and the Crabs are coming to bat. And you're listening to Crabs Baseball. KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Everybody's having a float. Is that what's going on?
It is. Park. Welcome back to the ballpark. Jack Reitzma, right-hander from Fresno City College. Big guy. Long and lean, 6'2". He'll be pitching to Blake Tassos. And we'll set up the infield for you. It'll be Trevor Quinn at first base, Matt McGrady, the second sacker, Andrew Renteria, the shortstop, and Angel Flores at third base. In the outfield, Dalton Daly in left, Will Ruiz in center, Ricky Garcia in right. Kellen Strom to lead it off, and he takes a fastball low and away, 1 ball and no strikes.
Strom in last night's game was 1 for 5.
Hitting .318 on the season, a home run and driven across 8. And he sends that one deep to right field. The right fielder back near the warning track. He's under it. And he makes the catch. Ricky Garcia, maybe about 3 or 4 feet in front of the warning track. So Strom skies to right, 1 down, and that'll bring up Bronson Grubbs.
Grubbs last night didn't play.
Nope. Hitting .280. Has not hit a home run, but he has 13 runs batted in, and he has stolen 10 bases, which is second on the club. He takes a fastball inside. Right-hander versus right-hander. Third baseman Angel Flores about even with the bag. The rest of the infield is back. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off to the right, out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike. Reitzma reads Tassos and comes to the plate high and outside.
Well, I didn't think I'd say it this year.
Yeah?
But I'm starting to believe in the Giants.
Oh, no. Oh, no. This is good news.
I may have to start rooting for them.
Yeah, you front runner. 3-1 to count to Grubbs. Yeah. As long as you're winning, Benjamin. You know, when I was a kid, my mom told me about a candy friend. You know, as long as you got candy, he's your friend. And as long as the Giants win, Benjamin, yeah, fan number one.
Go Giants.
I don't think I'm going to give you an authentic Giant fan banner. No. Little fly ball on the infield. Third baseman, shortstop come in. It's the third baseman, Angel Flores, who gloves it ahead of Andrew Renteria. So Grubbs, a little flare, a little pop-up. Not high enough to be a pop-up, somewhere between a flare and a pop-up.
Third, number 1, second baseman, Coco Figueredo.
2 down. And here is Figueredo. Coco hitting .312. Has driven across 11 runs, and he has stolen 6 bases, and he takes a called first strike from Jack Reitzma. Figueredo hitting from the left side against the right-handed thrower, and the fastball is at the knees for a called strike 2. So Reitzma ahead on the count, no balls and 2 strikes. Reitzma, a quick worker out on the mound. He doesn't waste any time. The 0-2 delivery just misses low and away. Michael Cowan, the first base umpire, Russ Killingsworth at third. And again, Hofacker calling balls and strikes. The 1-2 pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Up with it is Renteria. His throw across the diamond to retire Figueredo, and the Crabs are gone in order in the first. And at the end of 1, we're scoreless. You're listening to Crabs Baseball on KGOE 1480 Arcata Eureka. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Picture-perfect day for a picture-perfect game. The best season of the year, summer. The best month, July. The best game ever invented, baseball. Is this perfection or what? Can't get any better than that. And not even to mention the Humboldt Crabs and the Crabgrass Band. Andrew Renteria to lead it off. He's had a tough series, 0 for 7. He was in the leadoff spot, I think, in the first 2 games, but he's dropped down to the number 5.
Down.
Right-handed hitting shortstop. Najee Brush comes home. The first pitch is grounded to the shortstop. Fielded there by Shaggy Cantu across the diamond. 1 pitch, 1 out in the top of the 2nd inning. That'll bring up the big first baseman, Trevor Quinn. He had a pinch hit double in last night's game. 1 for 2 on the series. He's a big guy. Let's see if I can get the stats on Trevor. Right-hander versus right-hander. The pitch to Quinn is taken for a called strike 1. .65", 260-pounder. Swing and a miss on a pitch low and away. It's 0-2. He is listed on their roster as a pitcher. We have not seen him on the mound, but we've seen him at the bat now. This is his first start of the series. The 0-2 from Najee Brush. Got him swinging. Second strikeout for Andrew. Boy, he's fun to watch pitch. I like watching Andrew Najee Brush pitch.
He seems always around the plate.
Yeah, he's a pitcher, you know? He's a pitcher.
And changes speeds.
Yeah, it's fun to see a thrower, you know. I like to see a guy throw 90.
He's a smart pitcher.
But I like to see a pitcher even better. First pitch, having said that, he throws one to the backstop. Ball 1 to Angel Flores. Ah, the old Holcomb jinx. Flores 1 for 5 on the series. Angel played in the outfield, I believe, last night. Wasn't he in the right field? Yeah, he was. But today he's at third base. 2 down, nobody on. Top of the second, we're scoreless. Pitch rides high, and the count 2-0 to Flores. The 2-0. Hard shot. Bounces off the shortstop. Cantu's got it. Throw to first in time. Nice play by Shaggy on a hard hit ball. Bounced off his glove. He stayed in front of it and whipped it across to Chase Larson. And the Expos are gone in order in the second. And at the end of an inning and a half, the score remains 0-0. You listen to Krabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Process for all, and the other side says,
That's hilarious.
Welcome back to the ballpark. The First Responders Appreciation Day at the ballpark. And we're glad to salute them prior to the start of today's game, and also to have the flyover by the Coast Guard. We just love the Coast Guard here on the North Coast. They save lives. Connor Blair, cleanup hitting this afternoon to lead it off. Connor hitting .250 on the season. 15 runs batted in, and he has swiped 7 bases. Right-handed hitter takes a breaking pitch low and away. Blair will be followed by Chase Larson and Jackson O'Boy. That pitch is hit into right field, and it's going to fall for a base hit. So an opposite field single by Connor Blair to start things off for the Crabs here in the bottom of the second inning. Chase Larson, playing at first base this afternoon, takes a look down at Brad Morgan in the third base coaching area. Blair takes a lead at first. The pitch is low and away, 1-0. Chase hitting .242 as we begin action this afternoon. Ooh, that pitch is inside. It goes to the backstop, and going down to second base on the wild pitch is Connor Blair. Chase had to scoot out of the way of that one. It was really wild. So Blair in scoring position now. Nobody out here in the bottom of the second inning. Chase Larson, like the Crabs, has been edging his average up a little. He was around the .210 mark for a while. Up to .242 and rising. The 2-0 pitch, that's a good pitch. Fastball, outside corner, above the belt. And the count is 2-1. Working for the stretch for the first time this afternoon. Wrightsman at the set, and he comes to the plate, and it's grounded down to the second baseman. McGrady is up with it. The throw to first in time to retire Larson, and Blair moves up 90 feet on the play. The Crabs now with a runner at third and 1 down. And here's Jackson O'Boy. Oh, boy, with a lot fewer at-bats than most of the Crabs.
Play last night, but he played Friday, right? Friday he was 2 for 4.
Yeah. He is hitting 381.
Yeah, he's doing well.
1 home run. He has driven across 3.
Might want to get him some more at-bats.
First pitch is taken for a called strike on the outside corner. Well, you know, you've got 1 designated hitter, and you got 1 catcher.
Yeah, that's true.
And you got 3 great catchers.
3 good catchers, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
I can't recall a team that's had 3 outstanding
Yeah.
catchers like this. It's really something. Breaking ball just misses away, and the count even at 1-1. This is a fun team to watch. I'm hooked. I'm hooked on the 2018 Humboldt Crabs. They're exciting group. 1-1 to a boy. Reitzma at the stretch. Curveball outside corner, a nice pitch, and he's ahead on the count now, 1-2. The infield
Expos
all the
already
way
have-
in.
Yeah, the infield in. They're not expecting to get many runs off in the G brush, I suppose, which is probably right.
So Reitzma ahead on the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2 pitch fouled off to the right and out of play. We'll do it again, 1-2. Morgan Stanley Company having a little picnic out in the right field area. The 1-2. Breaking ball is hit in the air to center field, and that's going to be caught, I believe, by the center fielder. Runs and makes the catch. Tagging and scoring on the play is a Connor Blair. So a fly deep enough to bring Blair home. Credit Jackson O'Boy with an RBI, and the Crabs draw first blood here in the home half of the second. It's 1-0. Base is now empty and 2 gone for Wesley Gibson, and he takes a fastball high and outside 1-0.
Gibson last night had 2 hits and 4 at-bats. They were both doubles.
That's right. He pounded the first 2 at-bats, I think, wasn't it? Yeah. Fastball rides high, 2-0. Wesley does have 1 round tripper on the season. Fouls that one at the plate. 2-1 the count to Gibson. How many homers do we have as a team now? Let's see. Ba-do-ba-do-ba-do. It's hard to keep putting my reading glasses on and off.
13 as a team.
All right.
Including 1 very exciting
Inside the park.
inside the park home run.
Next pitch is high, so the count goes to 3-1 on Gibson. Fastball taken, ball 4. Wesley Gibson looked back at Don Hofacker and said, "Was that a ball? Was that a ball?" And Don pointed toward first base, so Wesley a 2-out walk. That is the first free pass given up by Reitzma. And here is the man who did it. It was the thrilling hit of the series for sure, an inside the park home run yesterday. Otis hitting only 146 on the year. He was out of baseball for a year, I believe.
Yeah, that's what was important information we got from Don about him last night, that he has not seen live pitching in a year.
You saw a live fastball on that pitch. It's 0-1. Inside part of the plate. From the stretch, Reitzma, swing and a miss on a hard one. It's 0-2. Crabs in their traditional home whites this afternoon. Numeral on the back. Otis Stadium wearing number 8. Reitzma at the set and the pitch. Curveball, and it's laced into left field for a base hit. Oh, that's good to see. A 2-out single by Statham, and the Crabs now looking for more here with 2 gone in the second inning. Gibson on at second, Statham at first, and that'll bring up Shaggy Cantu. Cantu hitting a meager 133 as we begin play this afternoon. And the pitch to him is taken inside for a ball. Cantu's only had 30 official at-bats. Shaggy fouls that one back onto the screen, the count even at 1. His on-base percentage is significantly higher, though, isn't it?
Yeah, he's a 357 on-base average.
Wow.
He has 7 walks, and he's been hit by a pitch twice.
He's got a good eye. All right, the pitch. Ground ball, high bouncer to the shortstop. He backhands, throws across the diamond in time to retire Cantu and the Crabs in the second inning. However, Humboldt comes up with a run on a pair of hits. There were no errors and 2 left, and at the end of 2, it's the Crabs 1 and the Expos nothing. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Located right next to ticket sales, and pick yourself up some new snazzy Crabs gear where they have everything from keychains and stickers to hats and hoodies and brand new kids wear.
Want a better bank? Try a better credit union. Introducing Compass Community Credit Union, formerly California State and Federal Employees Credit Union. We're now open to the community. We offer absolutely free checking with 0 requirements, plus we have super low rates on loans to help with all your banking needs. Give us a call at 800-440-8662 or visit compassccu.org. Compass Community Credit Union, a member of NCUA. We're going into the top of the third for all the action. Here's the professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
Thanks, Hoke. It'll be number 16. Let's see, Blake Tosses to lead it off for the Expos, trailing 1-0. The first pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1-0. Andrew Najee Brush out on the mound for the Crabs. The next pitch is lined foul, out of play. So a ball and a strike now, the count. Tassos has only, I think, appeared as a pinch hitter. He grounded out last night in the 9th inning, and then he struck out looking on Friday night. He takes a fastball in there at the knees for a called strike, and it's a ball and 2 strikes now. The 1-2 misses high. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Misses down low, and the count goes full. No runs, a hit, no errors for the Expos. A run, 2 hits, no errors for the Crabs. A gorgeous afternoon at the Arcadia Ballpark. Here's the 3-2, and that misses high. So the first walk issued by Najee Brush to lead off the 3rd inning. And that'll bring Dalton Daly to the bat. Daly was 0 for 3 last night and was 2 for 3 on Friday night. Here's the pitch, and he foul tips one up against the backstop. So Tassos over at first, nobody out. 0-1 to Daly. What a gorgeous day. I just can't believe you'd be doing anything but hanging out at the Arcadia Ballpark today. Here's the 0-1. He squares to bunt, and he bunts it way out of play. That was one of the hardest hit bunts I've ever seen, I think. 0-2 the count. Tassos with a short lead over at first. Najee Brush sets and deals. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase a slider way out of the zone. Third strikeout for Najee Brush, and with one out and Tassos still over at first, we'll go back to the top of the order with Matt McGrady.
Batting next, number 17, second baseman Matt McGrady.
McGrady grounded to second in his first at bat. Here's the pitch, and the left-handed hitter takes the ball low. One another count, and a big swing and a miss at a high fastball, and it's 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, grounded on out to second base, over to second for one, back to first, and the Crabs turn the 4-6-3 double play to end the inning. No runs, no hits, there were no errors, and a runner left, and at the end of 2.5, it's 1-0 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the third inning. It'll be the top of the order for the Crabs, Strong, Grubbs, and Figueredo. With Crabs up 1-0. Jack Rietzma out on the mound for the Expos. Kellen Strom flied to right field in his first at bat.
Number 18, designated hitter Kellen Strom.
And the first pitch to Strom is fouled out of play.
Make up your Tuesday is Military and Veterans Appreciation.
0-1 the count. And the next pitch is lined down the right field, and that's going to be over the right fielder's head and all the way to the fence. On his way to second is Strom, and he'll pull up with a stand-up double. So Strom out at second to lead off the third inning. Here's Bronson Grubbs. He popped to third in his first at bat. That ball was just a line shot. No chance for Ricky Garcia. The ball was over his head.
Batting next, number 2, center fielder Bronson Grubbs.
Here's Grubbs. Rietzma sets and comes home with a breaking pitch. A beautiful pitch right over the heart of the plate. That just dropped right in there. 0-1. The 0-1, it's in the dirt. 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. This is down low, 2-1. The 2-1 pitch. Breaking pitch on the outside corner. 2-2. Really, Don? I thought we were friends. 2-2 the count. Here's the pitch. And there's another breaking pitch hit high in the air to center field. Playable. Ruiz under it. Has it. And the runner's going to have to hold it second. So Grubbs flies out to center for the first out of the inning. Here's Coco Figueredo. Grounded to short in his first at bat.
Batting next, number 1, second baseman, Coco Figueredo.
Strom takes his lead out at second. Here's the pitch to Figueredo. It's in the dirt. One 1-0 pitch. Misses inside with a fastball. 2-0. Two and oh the count. And the pitch is fly down the left field line. Over to get it near the line is the left fielder Daly for out number 2. Connor Blair will be the hitter.
Next, number 13, right fielder, Connor Blair.
Blair singled and scored the only run of the game back in the second inning. He's got Strom out at second with 2 away. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is hit on the ground, left side and through for a base hit. Strom coming around third. He will score to make it 2-0 in favor of the Crabs. RBI single for Connor Blair. Chase Larson will be the hitter. Blair over at first. Larson grounded to second in his first at bat. 2-0 in favor of the Crabs now. 4 hits on the game. Here's the pitch. Way outside with a fastball. It's 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Hit in the air to right center field. The center fielder has a beat on it. It'll be Ruiz to put it out for out number 3. But the Crabs get around on a couple of hits. There were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of 3, they're up 2-0. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Humboldt Mortgage has been committed to helping borrowers find quality financing for over 50 years. If you're buying a home, business, or land, Humboldt Mortgage will help you get it done. Call Bob J. Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage in Eureka. And wait a second, I've got Benjamin. I need the ad. I got the second copy of the ad, and I don't have Bob's phone number. So, I'm sorry. You can call Bob J. Lawton at Humboldt Mortgage in Eureka at 445-3027. That's Humboldt Mortgage.
We have a new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. I don't know if Najee Brush hurt himself or what, but it's Dylan Campbell out there, number 12. Brush was cruising along. I don't know. We'll have to see if we can find out what's going on there, but this is Dylan Campbell.
All right.
Dylan Campbell comes in, let's see, having pitched 10 1/3 innings. 5 hits, 2 runs. They were both earned. He walked 2, struck out 5.
He'll face Will Ruiz, and Ruiz takes a called strike, 0-1. Ruiz, Ricky Garcia, and Torrin Miller, the 2-3-4 batters for the Expos, who trail 2-0 here in the top of the 4th. Campbell misses wide, and the count even at 1.
Well, we'll see if we can figure out what's happening. I'm going to text Matt Filer and see.
Ground ball foul at the plate, so the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes to Ruiz. Will was caught looking by Najee Brush in the first inning. The Crabs have 2 hurlers throwing in the bullpen, so maybe this is by plan. There's a 1-hopper to the second baseman, fielded there by Figueredo. Coco throws him out. 1 up, 1 down in the 4th for the Expos. Seeing those 2 pitchers warm up in the bullpen, I'm now thinking it's by design.
It might be by design, yeah. I bet it is, because you're right. It looks like they're just giving a lot of people work today.
Here's Ricky Garcia. Garcia has the only hit of the afternoon for the Expos, and he hits the first pitch down to the shortstop. Fielded there by Shaggy Cantu, and his throw to first. Boy, before you can say Jackie Robinson, there are 2 outs here in the 4th inning. Torrin Miller grounded out short to first in the 1st to end that inning. Left-handed stick. And the left-hander, Dylan Campbell, misses outside, 1-0. Ground ball past the pitcher's mound, over, hits second base and bounds into center field for a 2-out single. Both of the Expos hits have come after 2 are out. If you're going to give up a base hit, that's the time to do it. Base is empty. Give up a single and get the next batter out. Andrew Renteria has not had a hit. He is 0 for 8 in the series. Right-handed hitting shortstop. And now Dylan Campbell will be working from the stretch for the first time in the ball game. The pitch in the dirt, a good stop by Jackson O'Boy. No advance, and the count is a ball to Andrew Renteria. No runs, 2 hits for the Expos. 2 runs, 4 hits for the Crabs. Both teams have played air-free baseball thus far. The 1-0 pitch, a bit inside, 2-0. So are you texting?
No, I figured your explanation was.
No, I would check. I'm not sure. I'd like to know. I guess it's a little odd because pitch is high and inside 3-0. Because you'd think they'd let Najee Brush go 5 to get the win. We'll get the win now.
That's true. But 3 is often if you're just giving people work.
Yeah.
Anyway, but I can check. I'm going to check.
Check it. 3-0 pitch. Strike call. Renteria took a step toward first, but Don Hofacker called him back. Said that caught the corner. So Renteria with a hitter's count now, 3-1. He represents the potential tying run at the plate. 3-1 pitch. Hits it hard to center field. Center fielder going back. It's going to be over his head and against the wall on a bounce. Rounding third and coming to the plate. Here comes the throw. No throw. Torrin Miller will score on a booming double by Andrew Renteria. So the Expos strike with 2 outs here in the 4th inning. It's now a 2-1 ball game. And Andrew Renteria, with his first hit of the series, a big RBI double, stands in scoring position at second base for Trevor Quinn.
He tagged that one pretty good.
He hit it hard. Trevor Quinn, we mentioned, a very big guy, 6'5", 240 pounds, playing at first base today. Right-handed hitter. Campbell comes to the plate, and Quinn swings through it for strike 1. Oh, and 1 to Quinn. Campbell gets the sign from O'Boy. A look back at second base. The 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Took something off of that one, and Trevor Quinn was way out in front. 0-2 to Quinn. Renteria takes his lead at second. The 0-2 offering. Outside. 1-2. Renteria, the tying run at second, edges off the bag. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Quinn, and the Expos are gone in the 4th. However, they come up with a run on a pair of hits. No errors and 1 left, and at the end of 3.5 now, it's the Crabs 2 and the Expos 1. You listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia Eureka. Benjamin,
Yes, sir.
Can we bottle today and bring
I know,
it out
wouldn't that be
on a nasty January rainy, gloomy day?
That would be great.
Just have a little hint of summer. It is perfect today at the ballpark. Crabs leading 2-1. They'll send up Jackson O'Boy, Wesley Gunn Gibson, and Otis Statham facing the right-hander Jack Reitzma.
Now batting for your humble Crabs, number 34, catcher Jackson O'Boy.
O'Boy drove in the first run of the ball game with a sacrifice fly to center. So he's got an RBI, but he has not come to bat officially. Sacrifice fly does not count, of course, on the average. Fastball backs him off the plate, 1-0. Right-hander versus right-hander. The next offering goes to the backstop, very high. 2-0.
Your party is at the souvenir stand. Mayor of Arcadia, your party is at the souvenir stand.
The 2-0 pitch. Inside, 3-0. Reitzma has shown a little bit of wildness, and there's ball 4. So on 4 consecutive balls, he gives up his second free pass of the afternoon.
Those weren't very close pitches either.
Batting next, number 14, third baseman.
He's also thrown a wild pitch, so he hasn't had the command one would like. Here's Wesley Gunn Gibson, who walked in his first at bat. Crabs trying to get the run back that they gave up in the top of this frame. They lead 2-1 here. Bottom of the fourth. First pitch is a fastball. It just misses low. So that's 5 consecutive balls. Got to be careful. Pretty soon the crowd will start counting them. Aloud.
Yeah. They do like to do that.
The 1-0. That's punched in the air to shallow center field. Shortstop going out. Center fielder coming in. It's going to fall for a base hit. Oh, boy, had to hold up because he didn't know if it would be caught. And if he'd have run to second base and had been caught, he'd have been an easy double play.
Fastball in on the hands. And
he was jammed, but hit it hard enough to get it over the infield. So Gon Gibson now has put runners at first and second with nobody out. And here's Otis Statham, who hit a solid single to left in his first at bat. From the set, Reitzma comes to the plate. Statham shows bunt and takes the pitch low and outside, 1-0. Brad Morgan flashes some signs out to the Crabs left fielder Statham. The 1-0 pitch, he's not bunting that time, and he takes it low and outside, 2-0. And the manager of the Expos wants to go out and have a word with Reitzman. When he does that, the entire infield comes in. They want to get all their
Morgan Stanley, welcome to the ballpark, Morgan Stanley.
all their plans in order for everybody to hear. Tough spot early in the ball game for Reitzma. 2 runners on and nobody out, and a 2-0 count to Otis Statham. Little Jeopardy theme from the Crabgrass Band as the conference breaks up and the manager goes back into the dugout. Well, Mr. Reitzma is in a bit of jeopardy here. In the bottom of the fourth, Crabs threatening to extend their 2-1 lead. 2-0 the count now to Otis Statham. O'Boy leads from second. Gon Gibson from first. Pitcher bluffs the runner back to second. Matt McGrady, second baseman, trying to keep Jackson O'Boy close to the bag. 2-0 pitch, liced right to the second baseman. He throws to the shortstop for the double play.
oh, just got him.
So Otis hit it pretty well, but the second baseman, McGrady, got it and threw to the shortstop covering to cut down O'Boy. So a 4-6 double play. There are 2 outs. Wesley Gon Gibson remains at first. And here is Shaggy Cantu. Gon Gibson held on by Quinn. And the first pitch is a fastball away, 1-0. Boy, that's the toughest kind of double play if you're an offense.
Yep.
You hit the ball well, but
especially with nobody out.
Yep. High pop-up on the infield. The second baseman, McGrady, is calling for it. He's under it, and he gloves it for the out. And so the Crabs are gone in the fourth inning. No runs. There was a hit. No errors, 1 left. And at the end of 4, it remains the Crabs 2 and the Expos 1. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Well, it is the case that Robin Guyver has decided to give a lot of pitchers a little bit of work this afternoon. So Andrew Najib Brush went 3 innings, Dylan Campbell 1, and now Kenton Carruthers comes in for 1, maybe more innings of work. But again, the Crabs bullpen is busy, so I guess we're going to see maybe a pitcher an inning till the end of this one. Carruthers' statistics coming into today's ball game, the right-hander. Benjamin, Carruthers' stats?
It's Kenton Carruthers. He comes in having pitched 17 innings, giving up 7 runs. They were all earned. He walked 7 and struck out 18.
My recollection is he got hit hard in 1 game. And other than that, he's been
I think so. I think you're right, yeah.
Been pretty tough.
We haven't seen that much of him.
All right.
But he's out there now with Crabs leading 2-1.
Carruthers again pitching to Jackson O'Boy. And for the Expos, it'll be the bottom third of their order. Angel Flores, Blake Tassos, and Dalton Daly. Flores grounded out short to first in his only at bat of the afternoon. Crab infield back all the way around. Right-hander versus right-hander. Kenton Carruthers' first pitch is wide with a fastball 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball taken for a called strike. Kenton, pretty quick worker out there, the 1-1. Line drive, backhanded by the second baseman. Figueiredo's throw to first in time. Fine play by Coco on a hard hit ball. 1 away. Now, see, that had he muffed that, that would have been an error, but it was still a nice play.
Yeah.
It was a nice play.
Well, that's a tough one, yeah.
Tassos walked in his only at bat, and he takes a breaking pitch for a called strike 1. Carruthers 0-1 offering, breaking ball, strike 2 call. Boy, he's looking good early here. Again, it may be his only inning. Taking advantage of it. He's ahead 0-2. That one to the backstop. Overthrew it a bit. It's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch misses away. 2-2. And I have one question for you, Benjamin. Why am I calling
I know.
this
I'm just sitting here waiting.
Give me an inch, I'll take a mile.
But you're doing it, so
go to it.
The next pitch is a called strike on the outside corner, a nasty slider. Tassos taking it, and there's 2 away.
There's greed abroad in the land, me lad.
I just figured you got confused once we switched off the innings earlier on.
That's easy to
While
do.
you ate your cheeseburger.
Easy to do.
Here's Daly. He struck out in his first at bat, and he takes a fastball down and away. 1-0. Dalton Daly, the left fielder for the Expos this afternoon. 1 run, 3 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Crabs. And there's a fastball that misses outside. 2-0 the count. The 2-0 misses down low. Here comes the 3-0. Right down the middle, taking all the way was Daly, and it's 3-1. Uh, 3-1 misses down and away. So Daly walks with 2 outs. Yet again, the Expos get a runner on with 2 outs.
Well, they cashed it in last inning.
Yes, they did. Well, back to the top of the order. Here's Matt McGrady. 0 for 2. Daly over at first. Pretty good lead over there. Here's the pitch. And there's a breaking pitch. Catches the outside part of the plate for a called strike. That one's grounded foul over towards the Expos dugout. No balls, 2 strikes to count. Here's the pitch. Tap down to third base. Nice play, and the throw not in time, and that's going to allow the runner to go to third. Wesley Gibson over there. He did a good job to stop it, but he probably should have eaten it, and that'll be an error on the throw. A hit and an error. Hit and an error.
Okay. The error being that Daly would have held up at second base had the ball not been thrown low and gotten away from Chase Larson.
So runners on the corners now with 2 outs. Here's Ruiz. He's 0 for 2. Here's the pitch. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. So the Expos trying to tie the ball game here with 2 outs in the top of the 5th. And the 0-1. Fastball rides high. A ball and a strike is the count. And throw to first, and the runner dives back safely. Daly over at third, McGrady at first. And the pitch. Oh, he tried to hold up and went round on a slider. 1-2. One and 2 to count. Runners take their lead. Crothers sets and deals, and he got him to chase a slider out of the zone. End of the inning. No runs. There was a hit. There were 2 left, and at the end of 4.5, it's 2-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting. Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Folks, we got a game along the third base line.
You don't see those much. All right.
Welcome back to the ballpark.
Bottom of the 5th inning.
I want to thank some folks before we get back to baseball.
That's probably a good idea.
Harper Motors has been serving the North Coast for more than 100 years. You can check out all the latest models, new and used. Look for the Carousel 2 miles north of Eureka or visit us online at harpermotors.com. You know they're donating $50 to District 26 Little League. For every home run the Crabs have hit this season, I think we're up to $650 already heading to District 26 Little League. All right, halfway through, Crabs up in a humdinger of a ball game, 2-1.
2-1 in favor of the Crabs. It'll be top of the order for the Crabs, Strom, Grubbs, and Figueredo. And Strom goes round on a slider, 0-1. Jack Rietzma still out on the mound for the Expos. The 0-1 pitch is fouled out of play, 1-1. I forgot to put the broom out when I got here today. 0-2 the count. And the pitch is grounded slowly out towards short, backhanded by Renteria. Long throw to first is just in time. Got him by half a step.
Heck of a play.
Yeah, the ball was hit slowly. It wasn't clear he was going to have time to make the play, but he set and threw a strike, and there's one away. Here's Bronson Grubbs. He's 0 for 2. There is a broom out. I noticed somebody brought a broom.
Well, you were going to put it out, and then the Expos narrowed the gap, and I guess you figured, well, maybe I ought not. I'm not sure of a victory here.
A nice bunt, and it's foul over towards third base. You know, and it's just more important to have the broom out when it's like Reading or
yeah.
a team like that. I don't, you know, I don't have any grudge against the Expos.
We've been looking for a number of years for that kindness gene, and I guess we found it here. He didn't want to pound the Expos to the earth.
Next pitch misses low.
You're all
One
heart.
and one.
You're
yeah.
all heart.
Yeah.
You know, just below your shoulder holster. You're all heart.
1-1 the count. Here's the pitch. Breaking pitch is hit in the air down the left field line, just foul. That would have been big trouble.
Jeez, Bronson was almost at second base.
By the time it landed, yeah, because it was just lofted down the left field line. But instead, the count is a ball and 2 strikes. We do have some action now in the Expos bullpen. The left-hander beginning to warm up. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss. Got him. Nice pitch. Down and away, and Grubbs chased it. So 2 away now in the bottom of the 5th. Coco Figueredo will be the hitter.
You know, that's only his first strikeout of the ball game.
And that's a good point. It is. He's gotten a lot of fly ball outs today.
Yep.
Here's the pitch, and it's fastball on the inside corner. 0-1 the count. Two outs, nobody on. Figueredo's 0 for 2 today. Here's the pitch, and takes in the dirt. 1-1. I see Krusty coming into the ballpark from right field. Next pitch misses down and away, 2-1. He must have, his lair must be out there in right field somewhere.
Is that what a crab's home is called, a lair?
I have no idea. I
thought
seemed
you were
appropriate. Yeah.
You're a liar, not a lair.
2-1 the count. And the next pitch misses down and in, 3-1. I don't know if there's a technical name for a...
Wouldn't be a nest for a crab. You wouldn't have a crab's
I don't
nest.
never have a nest, no.
Cave, a crab's
They don't
cave,
live in
not
caves,
not likely.
No. 3-1 pitch. It is lined into right center field. That's big trouble. That's going to go all the way to the fence. On his way to second is Figueredo, and he will pull up with a stand-up double.
Solid shot to the 368 sign, just to the right of center field as we look out. The center fielder's left, our right. Yeah, they got good arms in the outfield. They got that ball back in pretty quick. I thought Figueroa might drive for
good
three.
Speed out here too, because that ball was in no man's land out there in center field. So here's Connor Blair. He's 2 for 2. Figueredo out at second. Krabs leading 2-1. 2 outs. Bottom of the 5th. Here's the pitch, and it's a breaking pitch that misses low.
We now have a left-hander throwing in the Expos bullpen, and the Krabs bullpen continues to flourish. Probably a pitcher an inning this afternoon now.
The 1-0 pitch. Hit high in the air to left center field. The left fielder coming in on it. And it'll be Daly to put it away for the third out. No runs, a hit, no errors, a runner left at the end of 5. It's 2-1 Crabs. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back to the ballpark. Jack Enger is the new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. And let's see.
Jack Enger, right-hander from the University of Washington, a 6'4", 215-pound freshman. Just the last player to join the Crabs this year because his team was in the College World Series. Washington, UW, had a pretty good run.
He's only pitched 2 innings for the Crabs in 1 game. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 4, didn't give up any runs. So Jack Enger is out for the 6th inning for the Crabs. It'll be Garcia, Miller, and Renteria, the heart of the order for the Expos.
1-4-0 for the Expos, 2-6-1 for the Crabs. What was the one?
Garcia, 1 for 2 tonight. One run, 4 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 6 hits, 1 error for the Crabs.
I am looking at the scoreboard, Benjamin, and it says the Crabs have an error. I do not see it in my scoreboard.
There was an error, and it was on the third baseman, Gon Gibson, on the throw. You'll recall there was a ball that was hit in the hole. He fielded it, knocked it down, threw to first, and allowed the runner who was already on first to advance to third.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a foul ball up against the screen. It's 0-1. There's that Starling again.
That is a baseball fan.
Sneaking into the ballpark. Oh, 1 the count. Here's the pitch. Grounded foul over towards the Expos dugout. Here's the 0-2. Grounded on the hole on the right side. Over to get it is Figueredo. Throw to first. Nice play. 1 out. Torrin Miller will be the hitter. He's 1 for 2. He's not using that white bat tonight.
That's right.
Today, he had that white bat yesterday. Here's the first pitch to Miller, and he takes a fastball high. The 1-0 pitch is in the dirt. 2-0. That's why I kind of decided to make it. Well, maybe they're actually. 2-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play.
That is a very young fan. That baby cannot be more than a couple of months old.
I don't even see a
See
baby.
it right there? The guy with the hat, with the C on the hat, the old-fashioned C, swoopy C down here at the. You can't see
Oh,
him.
the guy wearing the Crabs cap. Yeah, that
the
guy.
Baby. The baby.
Grounder over third. Here's the pitch, and here's the throw to first. 2 away.
No,
Nice.
it's not just a Crabs hat, but the one you liked with the when they had the
Yeah.
swoopy C.
I can't see from my angle.
I think he's.
But I believe you. There's a very small baby in the ball. You got to get him started early.
Yeah.
Here's Renteria. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Here's the pitch. Fastball. Taken for a strike on the outside corner. Two outs, nobody on. Top of the 6th inning. Crabs leading 2-1. A good ball game on a lovely Sunday afternoon at the Arcata Ballpark. Here's the next pitch, and it's fouled out onto F Street. Oh, and to the count. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him. They're going to have to throw to first as O'Boy was unable to hold on to it, but they make the play there. Strikeout 2-3 is the way you score that one. Expos go in order in the top of the 6th. Crabs lead 2-1. This is Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Just minutes from both the Pacific Ocean and rugged mountains, Blue Lake Casino and Hotel offers affordable, spacious rooms with views of the gorgeous Mad River Valley and pristine forests filled with coastal redwoods. Give us a call at toll-free at 877-BLC to win, or visit us at bluelakecasino.com. It is a very nice hotel. All right, Benjamin, here we go. Bottom of the 6th. Good ball game.
Thanks, Oak. Larson, O'Boy, and Gon Gibson. We'll bat here, and Larson pops one high in the air. The pitcher is calling for it, and he has it for out number 1 on 1 pitch here in the bottom of the 6th.
Ice cream floats and Sundays in the annex. Ice cream floats and Sundays in the annex.
Rather unusual to see the pitcher field it.
Yep. Here's Jackson O'Boy. O'Boy has a sacrifice fly and a walk, so he does not have an at-bat yet today. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses down and away, 1-0.
We're occasionally asked if the mascot Humboldt Krusty is a real crab, and the answer is yes. It is a real crab. He sometimes dresses up as a human being.
The 1-0 is popped high in the air on the right side, and under it is the second baseman.
He almost dropped that.
He almost dropped it, lost it at the last second. So good play by Matt McGrady there for out number 2. Yeah, of course he's a real crab. What else would he be?
Well, some people have, I don't know if we can say this on the air, but have demeaned him by referring to him as a shrimp.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
A shrimp.
A shrimp. The
Well,
indignities. The
not.
indignities that have been foisted on that
Here's
fine crab.
Wesley Gon Gibson, who takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Fastball misses high, 1-1. Gone Gibson has got a hit and a single at bat. One and one the count. Here comes the pitch. Rides high with a fastball. 2-1. Jack Rietzma, his 6th inning of work. There is a left-hander warming in their bullpen. He's pitched pretty well. He's only given up 2 runs. Next pitch is a breaking pitch that misses just high. So 3-1 is now the count. Three-one is hit in the air and right left field for a base hit. Right over the third baseman's head.
Perfect day for Wesley. A walk and 2 singles now.
Otis Statham will be the hitter. 1 for 2.
Next, number 8, left fielder Otis Statham.
So Gone Gibson over at first. 2 outs. Here's Statham. Krabs definitely could use some insurance. Here's the pitch. It's fastball taken low.
Statham has hit the ball hard twice. A solid single in the 2nd inning, and then he lined into that double play in the 4th.
Yeah, that was a big play. That could have been a big inning
Yeah.
if not for that play. 1-0 the count. Here's the pitch. Way outside with a fastball. 2-0. Two-0 pitch. There's a strike at the knees. Come on, Don. Really? Two and one to count. Here's the pitch. Way outside, and the count goes 3-1. Well, 3-1. This is down and away. Statham walks to put runners on first and second with 2 outs. Shaggy Cantu will be the hitter. He's 0 for 2.
Next, number 39, shortstop Shaggy Cantu.
Now the catcher, Tassos, is going out to the mound to say something to Reitzma. Gone Gibson out at second. Statham at first. 2 outs.
That baby that you guys were talking about is the great-granddaughter of Lou Bonamini.
Liam Warner just informed us that baby we were talking about is the great-granddaughter of the founder of the Humboldt Crabs, Lou Bonamini. Oh, she is young. She is young. 8 weeks old, okay.
Wow. So here's Cantu with runners on first and second. Here's the pitch. Takes a fastball right down the middle for a called strike. Oh and 1. Here's the pitch. In the dirt. So ball and a strike to count. Runners take their lead. Reitzma sets and deals another pitch in the dirt. I dig those shoes
Those green
Shoggy
shoes.
Cantu has those light green shoes. Those are cool. 2-1 to count. And he fouls that one out onto F Street. So the count's even at 2-2. Don Gibson out at second. Statham at first. 2 outs. Crabs trying to get some insurance on that 2-1 lead. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Now Reitzman with a long look in, and finally Don Hochfacker calls for time. Sometimes Don falls asleep if the pitcher takes too long out there, and then he wakes up and, has to call time while he figures out what's going on. 2-2 to count. Here's the pitch. Slider misses down and away, and it's 3-2. But, that's what a good umpire does.
Wakes up before making the call?
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep out there, you wake up, call time, and
You do that during your lectures?
3-2 the count.
Just asking.
It's students that fall asleep.
Oh, is that it? Okay.
Full count. Here comes the pitch. Popped in the air to center field. Rees calling for it, is under it, and the inning's over. No runs, a hit, no errors, 2 left, and at the end of 6, score remains 2-1 in favor of the Crabs. This is exciting Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE. Welcome back on to the ballpark. A new pitcher on the mound for the Crabs. It's number 26, Jonathan Stroman, who has only pitched 3 innings. In those 3 innings, he gave up 9 hits, 6 runs, all of which were earned. He's walked 2 and struck out 3. So he's only appeared in 3 games.
He will face Trevor Quinn, Angel Flores, and Blake Tassos. 7th inning has been a magical inning for the Crabs in the first 2 games of this series. In both of those games, going into the 7th inning, it was anyone's ball game, but the Crabs exploded for big innings in both nights. Let's see what happens today. So Jonathan Stroman, right-hander. Trevor Quinn, right-hander at the bat. Quinn lashes the first pitch over the third baseman's head and down the line. Hustling over to get it is the left fielder, Statham. Throw into the infield and pulling into second base with a stand-up double is Trevor Quinn. So the tying run aboard with nobody out here in the top of the 7th inning. And Angel Flores coming to the bat. And we're going to have a pinch runner now for Quinn. Number 2 is running for Quinn.
That is Damian Paz Holmes.
All right. So Paz Holmes now at second base. The potential tying run. Flores has grounded out short to first and second to first in his first 2 at-bats of the ball game. Jonathan Stroman looks in for the sign, comes to the rest. The pitch. Fastball taken outside, 1-0. Third baseman Gon Gibson and first baseman Larson about even with the bag. Middle infielders are deep. The 1-0 pitch. High pop-up into right field. It may be deep enough to advance the runner. I'm not sure. Blair's got it, and the runner decides not to go. A wise move. So an unproductive out. And that's a big one for Jonathan Stroman. Now there's 1 down and a runner on second, and that'll bring up Blake Tassos. Tassos has walked and struck out in this afternoon's ball game. Stroman bluffs the runner back to second. Stroman at the rest. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Fastball. Late swing by Tassos. It was by him, and the count is 0-1. Look back at second. Stroman comes home. Fastball is outside, 1-1. A run, 5 hits for the Expos, 2 runs, 7 hits for the Crabs. Tying run on at second base here in the top of the 7th with 1 out and a 1-1 count to Blake Tassos. The pitch, inside, 2-1. Infield now back all the way around. The 2-1 offering. Fastball backs him off the plate, 3-1. The number 9 hitter, Dalton Daly, is on deck. The 3-1 to Tassos. Strike called, fastball at the belt, and the count now full. The payoff pitch now. Ground ball down to the first baseman. Half swing. Chase Larson will take it to the bag himself. First base unassisted. 2 down and on the play. Paz Holmes running for Quinn moves over to third base. Here's Dalton Daly. Usually you feel good about getting to the number 9 hitter in a tough situation, but the fact of the matter is Dalton Daly is 3 for 8 on the series. So he has hit pretty well. Working from the windup, Stroman comes to the plate, and Daly hits it up the middle into center field, and this ball game is tied. So Daly, a solid ground ball single over the mound, over second base and into center field, and Paz Holmes able to trot home with the tying run, and now we go to the top of the order. And left-handed hitting Matt McGrady. McGrady 1 for 3 in this ball game. He is 3 for 9 in the series. Left-handed hitter. And he takes a call at strike 1. Well, the 7th inning has belonged to the Crabs in the first 2 games of this series, but here in the top of the 7th, the Expos have tied it up. Runner goes, the pitch bounces away from Jackson O'Boy. And so you credit Dalton Daly with a stolen base. He's now in scoring position to represent the potential go-ahead run. 1-1 to McGrady. Stroman set. Fastball rides high, 2-1. Stroman looks into a boy for the sign. At the belt, the 2-1 pitch. Misses wide, 3-1. A boy out to have a word with Stroman. McGrady has hit far better in this short series than the man on deck, Will Ruiz, who was looking for his first hit. He's 0 for 9. So a walk here wouldn't be the worst thing necessarily that could happen to Jonathan Stroman. 3 balls and a strike. At the set. The 3-1 pitch taken for a call, strike 2. Full count to McGrady. Stroman reads a boy. At the set. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Got him on a low fastball. McGrady down on strikes, and the Expos are gone in the 7th inning. However, they come up with an important run to tie it up on 2 hits, and at the end of 6.5 now, it's the Expos 2 and the Crabs 2. Listen to Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
Join the world-famous Crabgrass Band and the Angel Boys ballpark staffers and board. Ruben will take me out to the ball game.
Oh, yeah. All right, the closing bars of our favorite song at the Arcata Ballpark. Take me out to the ball game, and it's been a heck of a game. We're knotted up at 2. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 7 hits, and 1 miscue for the Crabs. And the 7th inning, as we mentioned, has been the big inning for the Crabs, and they do have the top of the order up to face the new pitcher on the mound for the Expos. And let's see if we can get a name and number on that gentleman. Left-hander taking his warm-up tosses. Number 9. Tyler Rumbaugh. In for Aritzma. So Aritzma pitches 6 innings and leaves having nothing to do with the outcome. He can't win it. He can't lose it. He leaves with the game tied. Here's Kellen Strom. A double in 3 trips for Kellen. Facing the left-handed slants of Rumbaugh, and the first pitch is hit high to left center field and deep, but it's going to be staying in the park just in front of the track. It is the center fielder, Ruiz, to gather it in for the first out. So 1 pitch, 1 out in the home half of the 7th, and that'll bring up Bronson Grubbs. Bronson looking for his first hit of the afternoon.
Next, number 2, Bronson Grubbs.
Crabs were retired in order in the first inning. In every frame since then, they've had runners aboard. They've only managed to plate 2 of them. And the first pitch to Grubbs is outside 1-0. Tyler Rumbaugh comes to the plate with a fastball that rides high, and it's 2-0. Fastball taken for a called strike. The 2-1 pitch. Line drive into left field for a base hit. Solid shot between third and short. The Crabs with a runner aboard, 1 out in the bottom of the 7th, and that'll bring up Coco Figueiredo. Bronson Grubbs representing the go-ahead run on first base. Figueiredo 1 for 3 on the afternoon. Hit an opposite field double in his last at bat. Coco now turning around and batting from the right side against the southpaw slants of Tyler Rumbaugh. The pitch to Coco is high, 1-0. Bronson Grubbs with good speed at first base. Held on there. By somebody. Next pitch is high. I believe that's Torrin Miller at first base. Miller started the game as the designated hitter, but I am pretty sure that is he at first base. Trevor Quinn came out for a pinch runner, you may recall. The next pitch, swing and miss. The runner goes to throw to second. He's a dead duck. He's out of there. So Coco caught stealing a good throw from Blake Tassos, and there are 2 down. The count, 2 balls and a strike to Figueiredo. Base is now empty, 2 gone. It doesn't look like this is going to be a magical 7th for the Crabs unless they can do something with 2 outs. Get a little 2-out rally going. 2-1 to Coco. He shows bunt and takes a ball. It's 3-1. Connor Blair, cleanup hitter in the on-deck area. Connor, a couple of base knocks this afternoon. Drove in 1 and scored 1. The next pitch, fouled back onto the screen, and the breeze is picking up in the ballpark, and here in the booth, things are flying around. All right, full count again to Figueiredo. Swing, taken for a called strike 3. Crowd didn't like that. Hofacker punches out Figueiredo, and the Crabs are gone in the 7th. No runs, a hit, no errors, and nobody left. And at the end of 7, we're knotted up at 2. You're listening to exciting Crabs baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka. Where did the fielding chart? Where'd it go? How did the fielding chart go?
The wind must have taken it.
Here it is. All right, so McCarthy, Tatum on the mound. He's pitched earlier this year, didn't he?
You should take it 851062. That's 851062. Come on down.
5.
Well, Robin Guyver's pitcher an inning. We now have McCarthy Tatum taking the mound in the 8th for the Crabs in a tie ball game, 2-2. Andrew Najib Brush pitched a fine 3 innings to start. Since then, it's been 1 from Dylan Campbell, 1 from Kenton Carruthers, 1 from Jack Inger, 1 from Jonathan Stroman, and it's McCarthy Tatum's turn on the mound. He'll face the number 2, 3, and 4 hitters of the Expos, who are trying to salvage the final game of this 3-game set. Will Ruiz, 0 for 9 on the series. Right-handed hitter facing the right-hander McCarthy Tatum. And the first pitch is fouled off down the right field line. It'll be out of play. The big right-hander rocks into the windup, and the next pitch is a fastball at the belt for a called strike 2. McCarthy Tatum not wasting any time. The 0-2 pitch is grounded down to the shortstop. Fielded there by Cantu. Throw to first. 1 down. That'll bring up Ricky Garcia. Garcia a single in 3 at-bats. He is 2 for 7 on the series. Right-handed hitter. Tatum comes to the plate with a fastball that misses low, 1-0. Tatum gets the ball and he's ready to throw again. The 1-0 pitch, that's in there at the knees, 1-1. No waste of time. The 1-1. That's hit on the bounce to the third baseman. Up with it is Gon Gibson. His throw to first in time, 2 down. Tatum making a quick work of the first 2 batters for the Expos here in the top of the 8th. It'll bring up Torrin Miller. Miller, a single in 3 trips. He scored 1 of the 2 runs that the Expos have plated. And he hits a fly ball into shallow center field. Center fielder coming in and making a running catch on his knees. Bronson Grubbs for the 3rd out of the inning. Fine play by Bronson. And that'll do it for the Expos in the 8th, nothing across. And at the end of 7.5, we're knotted up at 2. You're listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480 Arcadia Eureka.
I don't want extra innings. Oh, I never want extra innings.
Well, you've been married as long as I have. You can't have too many disagreements with your wife. But one of the big ones is extra innings.
I love them. Let's get out of here. Yeah.
Oh, they're doing the chicken. Look at Trace.
Trace.
Trace puts Trace puts Colonel Sanders to shame.
5.
Middle third of the Crabs coming to the bat in the bottom of the 8th of a tie ball game. It'll be Connor Blair, Chase Larson, and Jackson O'Boy facing the left-handed reliever Tyler Rumbaugh. Rumbaugh gave up a single in the 7th inning, but Bronson Grubbs was erased trying to steal second base. Connor Blair, 2 for 3, a couple of singles and a fly to left, and he takes an off-speed breaking ball outside, 1-0. Blair, one of the 2 RBIs for the Crabs this afternoon. The 1-0 pitch hits it hard but foul. Very hard and very foul. Way out in front of that one, and the count even at 1. Pitcher Rumbaugh retying his shoe out on the mound. The 1-1 pitch misses outside, 2-1. Blair leading off the bottom of the 8th for the Crabs. Knotted up at 2. The 2-1 pitch high, 3-1. Had a notion, and Connor wisely held up. So he's got a pitcher's count or a hitter's count now, 3-1. The 3-1 pitch. High ball 4, and the Crabs have the potential lead run aboard with nobody out in the bottom of the 8th inning, and that'll bring up Chase Larson. Pitching coach or coach of the Expos out to the mound, and again, the entire team gathering for a confab at the pitcher's rubber. The Crabs drew first and second blood in this game. They scored 1 in the first and 1 in the second. The Expos retaliated with a single tally in the 4th and then tied the game in the top of the 7th inning. Crabs now with a runner at first, nobody out, and a long conversation between Chase Larson and third base coach Brad Larson. Okay, the conference on the mound is breaking up. And everybody's trudging back to their respective positions. Torrin Miller holding the runner at first. Third baseman Flores creeping in, expecting a bunt. Blair shows bunt, bunts it in the air. The first baseman makes the catch on the run, and retreating to first base is Blair. So Larson popped up the bunt. 1 down. And here is Jackson O'Boy. O'Boy 0 for 1 officially. He has also walked, and he drove in the first Crabs run back in the 2nd inning with a long sacrifice fly to center. That was a big out for Rumbaugh. Non-productive out. Blair still anchored at first. Connor's got pretty good speed. Takes his lead. Throw over there. Oh, almost an errant throw. From the set. The pitch to O'Boy, taken just a bit inside, 1-0. That is not Miller at first base. See if we can get a correct reading on who's holding Blair on there. The 1-0 pitch, throw back to first base, and they got Blair picked off. He's in a rundown. And he is tagged out. So Blair picked off. That's the second Crab runner to get thrown out on the bases. Grubbs was caught stealing last inning, and this time Blair is picked off, and the bases are now empty with 2 down in the count. 2 balls and no strikes to Jackson O'Boy. 2-0 pitch. High fly ball into shallow right field. Second baseman, first baseman going out, but it's the right fielder Garcia coming in who makes the catch, and the Crabs are gone in the 8th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left, and at the end of 8 complete, we're tied at 2. You're listening to Exciting Crabs Baseball, KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka.
No magic either.
No.
All right, welcome back to the ballpark. Some changes for the Crabs. Chagi Kontu is on the mound to pitch, which means that someone has come in at short. So Gaunt Gibson went over to short, and trying to figure out 19. So that would be Chase Larson went to third.
Oh, boy. McCarthy Tatum.
And McCarthy Tatum is over at first now. So he must be in the DH spot, right? And Strom's out of the game. Is that what's going on? I think that's what's happening. Is Tatum is in for Strom at the DH, or at I don't know. Anyway, Chagi Kontu's on the mound. We know that much.
Are we on here?
Yes.
Okay.
In the top of the 9th inning, with the score tied at 2.
6 o'clock tonight. Channel 3, KIEM TV.
Crab's Corner.
Crab's Corner with interviews with the players, contests to win free tickets to Crabs ball games. Get the inside on the 2018 Humboldt Crabs.
You have to endure 20 minutes of news first. You get to watch Crab's Corner.
One doesn't endure the news these days. Doesn't one?
Renteria to lead it off for the Expos here in the top of the 9th, tied at 2. A good ball game. Here's the pitch from Kontu, and there's a fastball taken for a strike on the outside corner. 2 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 8 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Here's the pitch. Slider down and away, 1-1 to count.
Well, the first 2 games were close through 6. This one is close all the way.
All the way. A good ball game. And a gorgeous day. Just super warm. I sat on the deck and watched the game for a couple innings, and it's just gorgeous out there. 2-1 to count. Two and 1. Here comes the pitch. Fastball rides high. 3-1. Renteria is 1 for 3 with a double. There's a right-hander warming in the bullpen for the Expos.
That double tied the game, and it was the first hit of the series for him. Boy, talk about good timing.
And he takes high ball 4, so he's aboard with nobody out here in the top of the 9th inning.
Last thing you want to do is walk the leadoff batter in a tie game in the 9th.
That's correct. No me gusta. Here's Paz Holmes, who came in as a pinch runner. I think this is him. He came in. Paz Holmes did come in as a pinch runner. Yeah, in the 7th inning for Quinn.
Right.
So now here he is batting with Renteria over at first.
He's bunting.
I would guess. Yes.
I would bet my bottom dollar.
And he is bunting, and he takes the pitch high, throw behind the runner to first, and he's back in time. One another count. Kontu sets and deals, and this time he shows bunt and takes it high. Yet again, 2-0.
Left-hander hurling in the Crabs pen.
2-0 pitch. Grounded back to the mound. Kontu goes to second for 1. Back to first. Got him. Nice stretch by McCarthy Tatum over at first on a throw that was wide. And the Crabs turn the 1-6-3 double play. Just what the doctor ordered.
First base coach is arguing that call with Michael Cowan. I think he had a point. I thought he was safe at first, to be honest.
Well, why don't you go sit in the dugout with the Expos then? How about that?
No, little honesty. It's a little honesty.
Why don't you just go back to Fresno?
Don't go. Oh,
it's lined in the center field. That's going to drop for a base hit.
don't go into your Crabs bubble now. Just trying to offer a little, reportage without bias.
So, well, that's the problem. See, Angel Flores will be pinch hit for, actually. This is number 3. So, Rylan Greenlee will pinch hit for Flores.
I thought Flores just singled.
For
This is
Tassos.
Tassos.
Sorry, for
Okay.
Tassos. Excuse me. You got me all messed up now.
I know it was my fault somehow.
So here's Greenlee. Flores over at first, and he takes a strike on the inside corner. It's 0-1. Oh, and 1 count. Runner takes his lead. Here's a pitch. Oh, and there's a good pitch on the outside corner. For a called strike, it's 0-2. Oh-2 pitch. Check swing, and it bounces up there. Nice block by oh boy. No advance. So Flores still over at first. 2 outs. 1-2 the count. Tied at 2 in the top of the 9th. And the pitch. Called. Strike 3 on the outside corner. That'll be all for the Expos in the 9th. No runs. There was a hit. There were no errors and a runner left. And at the end of 8.5, we are tied at 2. This is exciting Crabs baseball. Stay tuned. Bottom of the 9th coming out. Crabs with a chance for an exciting win. This is Crabs baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Solutions for Small Businesses offers bookkeeping services, help with QuickBooks, and full-service payroll. We have 25 years of bookkeeping experience, but we're really more than that. We are like mom for the small business owner. We can help you solve all your problems. Give us a call at 707-267-7923. That's Solutions for Small Businesses. Home, half of the 9th. We got a barn burner at the yard this afternoon. How many people are watching this game today? 601 folks enjoying a sun-drenched afternoon of baseball. And the first pitch is fouled off by Wesley Gon Gibson, strike 1. Bottom third of the Crabs order, Gon Gibson, Otis Statham, and Shaggy Cantu.
We just need 1.
Tyler Rumbaugh out for his 3rd inning of work, and he's been effective thus far. The 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Took something off of that one, and Wesley Gon Gibson was out in front, and it's 0-2. Oh, and 2 the pitch. Ground ball to the shortstop. Convenient hop there for Renteria. The throw to first to retire Gon Gibson, 1 down in the Crabs' 9th inning. Here's Otis Statham. Otis a single for 2 officially. We have seen Otis hit the ball better in this series than in any previous series this season. He takes that pitch low and away, 1-0. Two to two in the bottom of the ninth. The pitch. Statham, he was going for the downs. Big cut, and he comes up empty. It's 1-1. 2 runs, 7 hits for the Expos. 2 runs, 8 hits, and an error for the Crabs. The 1-1 pitch. That one bounces at the plate. It's 2-1. After having some fielding difficulties in the first 2 games of this series, the Expos committed a total of 9 errors. But in this game, they have been mistake-free. 2-1 to Statham. 1 gone in the Crabs' 9th of a tie ball game. Fouls one off behind us, and the count even at 2. Left-hander throwing in the Crabs' bullpen. I would assume he'll be coming in if there is a 10th inning. And Rumbaugh 1 strike away from getting us there. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Ball is dropped by the catcher. Statham runs to first, and he's going to be safe. So a strikeout on a wild pitch, and Statham ends up at first base. With 1 out now, the Crabs have an opening.
Haven't seen that yet this season.
Nope, we just did. And the argument is that that Statham interfered with the catcher getting that ball. And we're going to have a little conference now. Don Hofacker calling Michael Cowan, the first base umpire, in. You know, this is very similar to the question I asked Don Hofacker when he was in the booth yesterday.
That was a prescient question.
Yeah, it turns out to be. You either can stand your ground or you have to get out of the way. And so it's a judgment call. Was Statham trying to get out of the way, or was he intentionally blocking the catcher from retrieving the ball?
I think he obviously was running to first, because that's what you do when the catcher doesn't catch it. I mean, that's what he's supposed to do.
The only other thing they could be talking about,
So how can that be interference?
Was he running inside the baseline or not?
That would have to be the problem, right? Because he has every right to run to first.
Sure. Safe.
He's safe. All right.
Safe. All right. So I think that's a correct call. A strikeout, wild pitch, and here is Shaggy Cantu. Cantu 0 for 3 this afternoon, but now it's his own cause that he could help, because he is now the pitcher of record.
That's right. He would get the win if the Crabs were to win it here.
Shaggy, right-handed hitter.
I wouldn't surprise to see Statham take off.
Statham, good speed at first base. The pitch, outside with a fastball, 1-0. And Cantu can probably expect some fastballs in this situation. The Starling to the top of the backstop to get a good view of this 9th inning action. The 1-0 pitch. Inside corner for a called strike 1. 1-1 to Shaggy Cantu. On deck, the leadoff hitter for the Crabs, Kellen Strom. Statham edges off first. The 1-1 pitch, ground ball to the third baseman. He goes to second for 1. The relay to first base is not in time for the double play. So a fielder's choice. Statham is cut down. Cantu at first with 2 gone, and that will bring up McCarthy Tatum. Tatum came in for Strom. The big right-hander. Shaggy Cantu on at first. 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th of a score of a 2-2 tie. And that pitch is laced into left field for a base hit. Cantu will stop at second base as Daly gets the ball back into the infield. So first pitch, Tatum spanks it into left, and the Crabs now with Shaggy Cantu in scoring position at second base, and Bronson Grubbs coming to the bat. Bronson 1 for 4 this afternoon. Bronson has 13 runs batted in on the season. He'd obviously like to have 14 now. Infield is back all the way around. Outfield in their traditional depth. The pitch to Bronson. Line drive, and it is a foul ball. Oh, he missed by about 6 inches. A line shot down the left field line, but just foul, or this ball game would have been history.
I mean, even though I'm paid by the hour, I still don't like it.
Bronson saying to home plate umpire, almost had that one. All right. The runner that counts is Shaggy Cantu on at second base. 0-1 the count now. Grubb steps out of the batter's box. All right, he's back in. Rumbaugh gets the sign from the catcher. Throw back to second base. Back standing is Shaggy Cantu. It's like the second baseman, McGrady, may have pulled something in his calf area. He's rubbing his right calf, trying to work out the knot or the kink. Meanwhile, the catcher out to talk with Tyler Rumbaugh. Who is their catcher now, number 10?
It's still, Ruiz is catching.
Ruiz?
Yeah.
Okay.
Giants are up 4-2.
Oh, that's wonderful to hear. 0-1. The count to Grubbs. The pitch. Bronson takes it just a bit low, 1-1. Center fielder playing shallow so as to have a shot at the runner at home should they get a single to him. 1-1 to count to Grubbs. The pitch. Bronson lets it go by, low and away, 2-1. Coco Figueiredo in the on-deck area. Two and one to Grubbs. The left-hander Rumbaugh at the set. Goes back to second instead. Ball falls out of the glove of the second baseman, but no advance. All right, Rumbaugh rubs up the ball, back foot on the rubber. Grubbs back into the batter's box. From the set, the 2-1. Outside with a fastball, 3-1. So a good hitter's pitch for Bronson Grubbs. A ball here will load it up. From the set, the 3-1 pitch. Swing, a high bounder to the second baseman, a tough play. He's got it, the throw to first. Just in time to get the speedy Grubbs. And that'll do it for the Crabs in the ninth inning. No runs, they had a hit. No errors, 2 left. And at the end of 9 complete, we're tied at 2. You're listening to exciting Crabs baseball. KGOE 1480, Arcadia, Eureka. Shaggy Cantu out for his second inning of work as we head into extra innings. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. And for all the action, here's the professor, Benjamin Schaefer.
All right, it'll be the 9-hitter Daly to lead it off for the Expos, then McGrady and Ruiz. Daly today is 1 for 2. 2 runs, 7 hits, no errors for the Expos. 2 runs, 9 hits, 1 error for the Crabs. Cantu winds and comes home with a fastball in the dirt.
It's interesting. Daly has batted 7, 8, and 9 in the order, and he leads the Expos in hitting with 4 hits and 9 at bats.
The 1-0. And he hammers that one into left field down the line. That's probably going to be extra bases into the bullpen. Over to get it is Statham, and that's going to be a stand-up double. Yep, for DeHaan Daly. Ouch.
5 for 10. That's impressive. All right, top of the order now. Crabs are coming in. At least the...
yeah, they're in on the grass. The first and third are in on the grass.
Yeah.
So here's McGrady. He is 1 for 4.
Bunt situation for sure.
Tatum way in on the grass on the first base side, and he bunts it in the air up against the backstop.
The key to bunting is let the ball come to you. Don't bunt at it. It's the one area where you don't want to be aggressive. And we're talking about a sacrifice here.
Yeah, he's just trying to get the ball down.
Yeah.
0-1 the count. Here's the pitch. He bunts it down towards third. A pitcher off the mound. Cantu throws to first for the out, and on the play, Daly goes to third.
Well done.
So they get sacrifices successful.
The Expos now 90 feet away from taking the lead with Will Ruiz, who was 0 for 10 on the series, coming to the bat. Now, Renteria was 0 for 8 when he doubled in the first run for the Expos, so history not always a guide.
Crabs infield all the way in on the grass. Daly over at third. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss, a big cut, and it's 0-1. We got a left-hander warming in. We actually have 2 lefties warming in the bullpen for the Crabs. Here comes the 0-1. Check swing. That's a called strike on the outside corner. A good pitch. It's 0-2. The 0-2. Tapped over towards shortstop. He's going to come home with the throw, and they got him. Nice play. Good job by Wesley Gone Gibson on a ball that was not hit very hard and took a high hop. That took a perfect throw, and he nailed him. Good job.
Well, that was a game saver.
Yes, it was.
I mean, it had to be played, I don't want to say to perfection,
No,
but it had to be played very, very well.
Yeah, because that, like I said, it was not hit very hard.
No.
And it was not a lot of time to make the throw. So Ruiz aboard on the fielder's choice. Here's Garcia. And the runner bluffs going, and now he's going all the way, and the ball's fouled off.
If Shaggy had looked over, he had him picked off because that runner left way too early. Shaggy concentrating on the batter.
Oh, and 1 the count. Ruiz over at first. See if he's going this time. Nope, here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a big change.
If you're looking forward to the Crabs' 10th, it'll be the heart of the order, Figueredo, Blair, and Larson.
0-2 the count. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Pitch is fouled out of play. Oh, and to the count. Ruiz takes his lead. Cantu sets, and here's the pitch. In the gap on the left side and through for a base hit. So runners at first and second now with 2 outs. Torrin Miller will be the hitter. He's 1 for 4. And now it looks like Crabs are going to make a pitching change. Robin Guyver out to the mound. That'll be it for Cantu. And
no, I think that's Jackson or Justin Berry.
Justin Berry
Yep.
will come in to pitch. Eighth pitcher of the afternoon for the Crabs. And he comes in with the game on the line, more or less. Runners on first and second with 2 outs. We're in the top of the 10th inning.
Benjamin Berry has pitched 12 1/3 innings. He has given up 5 runs, 3 of them earned. He has struck out 18 and walked 7. Fine earned run average of 2.19.
All right. Torrin Miller will be the hitter. Ruiz is out at second, Garcia at first. So he takes his warm-ups, does
Justin Berry. The Expos seeking to break through in this 3-game series and win the finale. They fought back from a 2-0 deficit. And they've got a runner in scoring position at second, another runner at first with 2 down, and their cleanup hitter coming to bat, left-handed hitter versus the left-hander Justin Berry, and here's Benjamin.
All right, it's Torrin Miller, here we go. Ruiz at second, Garcia at first. They take their leads. Berry looks in for the sign. Now he sets. Deep breath, and the pitch. Fastball misses down and away. Pitcher jogging out to the bullpen for the Expos now. A ball and no strikes is the count. Berry looks out at second and deals. Another fastball, same spot, 2-0.
Berry has fanned 18 and 12 innings, but he's also walked 7.
He's behind 2-0 here. Here comes the pitch. Popped in the air on the left side. On the run is third baseman Larson, but he won't have a play as that drifts into the picnic area down there. 2 balls and a strike to count. Runners take their lead. Berry sets. Here's the 2-1. Slider misses down and away, and it goes 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. 2 outs. Big spot in the game here at the top of the 10th inning. Three and 1 to count. Here comes the pitch. Called strike on the outside corner. Miller thought it was ball 4, but it just caught the outside corner. And the count goes full.
They'll be running.
Barry sets. Runners go. Here's the pitch. Swung on and missed. Got him to chase the slider away. And that'll end the inning. No runs. There were 2 hits. There were no errors and 2 left. And at the end of 9.5, we're still tied at 2. This is exciting. Crabs Baseball, 1480 KGOE.
Excitement at the ballpark this afternoon for sure. Heading into the bottom of the 10th inning. The heart of the Crabs order to face the left-handed reliever, Tyler Rumbaugh. And for the action, here's Benjamin.
Thank you, Hope. Coco Figueredo will lead it off for the Crabs. One for 4 tonight, this afternoon. And the first pitch to Coco is taken high. It's 1-0. Tyler Rumbaugh out for his 4th inning of work. 2 runs, 9 hits, no errors for the bounce. Popped high in the air, drifting behind home plate. The catcher coming back, and he makes the play right at the fence.
Fine play, my goodness
Coco
gracious.
Figueredo walks dejectedly back to the dugout. 1 away.
That was great concentration by Ruiz.
Yeah, it was. I thought it was going to drift into the stands. Connor Blair will be the hitter. He's 2 for 3. Rumbaugh rocks and comes home, and there's a fastball down and away. 1-0 the count. Both teams with 9 hits, both teams with 2 runs. Crabs have an error. That's it. Here's the pitch. Fouled out of play. There is a left-hander warming in the bullpen for the Expos now.
601 fans showed up for today's game. I don't think many have left.
No, they got a good game, too.
That would be a mistake.
1-1 the count. Here comes the pitch. Lashed. Foul past third base.
I'm still amazed, Benjamin, at how many stayed last night till the bitter end.
I know,
A game that was 10-1 going into the top of the 9th inning. And
we're still
they
here,
stayed
yeah.
there. Today, where else would you want to be? Sun-drenched ball field. Pleasant breeze.
So a ball and 2 strikes now the count to Connor Blair. Here's the pitch. It's in the dirt. 2-2. Here's the 2-2 pitch. Reaches out and grounds it over to third on a couple of hops. 2 away. 2 away. Chase Larson will be the hitter. 0 for 4.
Now batting number 19, Chase Larson.
Rumbaugh gets the sign. Roxanne comes home with a fastball in the outside corner. 0-1. The 0-1 breaking pitch misses outside. A ball and a strike to count. The next pitch is a fastball that misses low and outside. 2-1. The 2-1 is fouled up against the screen. Two balls, 2 strikes to count. Rumbaugh steps off now. Now he's ready. Gets the sign. And here's the pitch. Fouled up against the backstop. This count remains 2-2. The pitch. Rides high with a fastball and the count goes full. Three and 2 to Chase Larson. Jackson O'Boy on deck. Rumbaugh rocks and deals. Tap foul up against the backstop. Count remains 3-2. Three-two pitch. Ball 4. So Larson aboard.
Oh boy, a chance to win it right now.
2 outs. Jackson O'Boy coming to the bat. He's 0 for 2. Larson over at first. 2 outs.
Larson has only stolen 1 base this year, has not been caught.
Here's the pitch, and he hits that one in left field for a base hit. So the winning run now out at second base with 2 away for Wesley Gone Gibson.
Well, Gone Gibson, who made a key defensive play in the top of this frame, now a chance to win it with an offensive play, a base knock.
He's 2 for 3. All right, so here we go. Chase Larson, the winning run out at second base. Here's Gone Gibson, the pitch. In the air, right center field. That's going to win the game. On his way around second, coming home to score is Chase Larson. And the Crabs win it on a walk-off double by Wesley Gone Gibson as they chase him around the outfield.
They're mobbing him.
And dousing him with water.
What a game for Wesley Gone Gibson. 3 base hits, including the game winner, a key defensive play in the top of this, the top of the 10th inning, and we got to say this is a Gone Gibson day.
That was what a ball game and what a day.
Excellent ball game. The final totals in 10 innings, the Crabs win it. For the Expos, 2 runs, 9 hits, and no errors. For the Crabs, 3 runs, 11 hits, and 1 error. The winning pitcher, Shaggy Cantu, who finished up. Oh, no, Justin Berry. Excuse me,
Justin Berry got the win. That's right.
Justin Berry got the final out. And so Justin Berry will pick up the victory. The loss to Tyler Rumbaugh, who pitched well in relief, but they caught up with him finally in the bottom of the 10th inning.
Well, that was something.
Heck of a ball game to end this 3-game set. The Crabs sweep the California Expos and look for the Solano Mudcats to arrive in town for a 2-game set Tuesday night and then
Wednesday afternoon.
4th of July.
4th of July. What time's
Spectacular.
Wednesday game?
2:30, I do believe.
2:30 p.m. on Wednesday.
Let me make sure of that.
Now,
Benjamin.
you're going to want to get here early for that because there's going to be, excuse me, there's going to be trouble parking.
Yes.
It being 4th of July on the plaza. So you're going to want to get out here early and find some parking and wander around the plaza a little bit before the ball game.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
But it should be a beautiful day for baseball on Wednesday.
So we'll look forward to seeing you Tuesday night and Wednesday for the Mudcats. That'll do it from the ballpark today. The Crabs win their 16th ball game against 6 setbacks, sweeping the series from the Mudcats. From our broadcasting buddy, the Professor Benjamin Schaefer, I'm Hoke Holcomb, thanking you for listening. And we're rounding third and heading for home.